wrote it.
What?
What? My last will and testament. What have I been working on for months? My 10-minute play.
You've been working on a 10-minute play for months.
Why not? It's just as difficult as a 3-act play. It's more difficult.
Why is it more difficult?
Because a 3-act play can be of any length. Well, theoretically speaking. This, however, can only last for 10 minutes. That's the problem.
What's the problem?
The 10 minutes.
Why is that a problem?
Because my play is now 11 minutes long, I have to take away 1 minute.
Well, it should be easy to take away a few lines. Any few lines, none of them could be very important.
Why would they be important?
Because you can't say anything important in 10 minutes.
But the play is now 11 minutes.
Oh, excuse me. What can you say of any importance in 11 minutes?
A lot of things. This happens to be a drama that brings up many, many deep philosophical questions.
In 11 minutes.
Forget about the 10 or 11 minutes. I need help. Will you be serious or not?
So, what is this deeply philosophical play about?
Life. It is about life. Why we exist. What is our destiny? Where do we come from? Where are we heading to? It's about men and women, their relationships, and in general, our relationship to the universe.
I hope the 10 minutes didn't limit your scope of subjects.
I didn't allow it to limit me. All along, of course, there are accurate references to world history.
Of course.
And all the major scientific achievements of mankind.
Well, no wonder it's stretched into 11 minutes.
Yes, that's my problem. I have to cut out something.
Who are the characters in the play? How many characters are there?
127. Well, at the moment, they're on 127, but if I cut a minute, I can probably get away with 126.
Well, great! We really have to work on getting rid of that extra minute, because 127 actors might be very difficult to line up.
Yeah, that's my problem. I'm much too involved. For me, every second of this play is important. It would be less painful for me to cut off pieces of my body than to cut out lines from that play.
Well, let's get to work. Alright, you've already told me what it's all about. I need to know who the characters are. Not all 127 of them. Let's just start with a few to get an idea.
Okay. There's God, Muhammad, Buddha, Jesus Christ, Moses, to list a few who are more familiar. There's Shakespeare, Alexander the Great, Louis Pasteur, Ramses II, Picasso, Socrates, King Arthur, Britney Spears.
I hope we can find actors who can play such important roles.
Yeah, my real problem is going to be with the Hindu gods. They all have at least 8 arms.
Well, that's the reason. One of them has 3 eyes, another 5 heads. Not to mention the one with the blue skin. I wonder if there are any special union rules about that. What's the premise of the play?
The premise, I told you already. I want to answer the eternal questions of mankind. It's about time someone handled this subject seriously.
Yes, they've been badly neglected up till now.
Why do I have the feeling that you're not taking this seriously?
Look, if you want my help, you have to be patient with me. I promise, I will help you to get rid of that extra 1 minute.
Yes, I'd appreciate that, but that's just it. There is no extra minute here. Every syllable of this play is essential.
Still, if you were serious about this, we gotta start somewhere. Now, I admit that the beginning and the end of every play is usually very important, but you can always cut out something in the middle.
You tear out my heart, my lungs, my vital organs. They're all in my middle.
I need this. The surgery is over.
No.
Goodbye.
Please. I'll control myself. I need your help. Please, bear with me.
Okay. Now, for the last time, let's work on removing 1 minute's worth of lines from the middle.
What exactly do you call the middle? Where is the middle?
Well, you told me some time ago that 1 page equals 1 minute on stage, so 11 minutes should equal 11 pages. So the middle should be somewhere on page 6. Let's get rid of that page. Is that possible?
Well, you'd be getting rid of Karl Marx, talking about the struggle of the proletariat to shake off the yoke of capitalist society to bring about social and political changes. He's saying that in place of the old bourgeois society with its classes and class antagonisms, we shall have an association in which the free development of each is the condition for the free development of all.
I never knew you were so familiar with the teachings of Marx.
Well, remember that lecture you took me to last year? Where that astrophysicist gave that lecture on economics and described in detail how capitalist globalization is killing the third world countries of the world.
God, how could I forget? The only thing more disastrous would have been if an economist had given a lecture on astrophysics.
I am sorry. The sixth page must remain. Perhaps on the fifth one. No. What was I thinking? This is where Henry David Thoreau discusses the fine points of civil disobedience with Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King. I can't cut that out.
I hear you. Thoreau stays. What's on 7?
7. Oh, well, this is where the mayor of Boston gives a beautiful and very moving
Which
speech.
mayor?
Curly. You know who he was?
Of course I know. And he would have been the man to solve your problem.
How could a dead mayor solve my problem?
He would have simply stolen 1 minute from your play. Hell, he would have simply stolen most of it.
I have no time for your jokes. There's a deadline for this submission. Don't you understand? Let me see. Well, on page 4, Epicure is speaking.
Well, that reminds me, where are we going to have lunch? Because I'm starving.
Then Cupid speaks up.
Stop. Don't even go there.
Maybe I could cut out where Jackson Pollock shows Michelangelo how he could have done that ceiling job much faster. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't want to be responsible if the entire future of art is endangered by this omission. I am beginning to see the importance of every line in your play.
Yeah. Let's leave art alone. Its future path is unpredictable as it is. Well, here's a heated discussion between Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein about the laws of gravity. Newton feels insulted and is quite unhappy. This is where man's relationship to the universe comes up. I mentioned earlier, remember?
Yeah, I remember. No, I wouldn't cut that out. It seems much too important, relatively speaking.
You are no great help. You see? You two start to see how essential every word is in this play. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if someday this were considered the major turning point in our cultural history. And I wrote it. Who would have thought? Certainly not you, Mrs. Courtney, my 7th grade English teacher. You will go down in history as a teacher who failed to recognize
yourself. All great men have gone through this. You're not the first one.
I know. The journey of an artist is not an easy one.
I would like to know what your plan is with the play. You mentioned some deadline. What deadline? Whose deadline are we talking about?
It's the deadline of this prestigious competition in Boston. My plan is simple. First, I enter this competition for 10-minute plays. If I get in, next I enter some competition for 1-act plays. Then I venture into full-length plays. That might take me to Broadway with the Tony Awards, and then, who knows? Screenplays, Hollywood, the Academy Awards.
In other words, the fate of the human race, the destiny of mankind, and our relationship to the universe was never your real interest. The goal has always been the Oscars, true?
On the contrary, you see it all wrong. This little play of mine will solve all the most of the problems of humanity. So, it will give the answer to questions that men have asked since the creation of the universe. So somewhere along the way, don't I deserve at least a lousy little Oscar?
You know, I don't even know how this play starts.
It starts with the main character.
Oh, let me guess. It'll be God?
No. God has no important role. God is an extra.
So what's the first scene?
Well, in the first scene, Mrs. Brown and Mr. Taylor are in bed. The key turns in the main door downstairs, and Mrs. Brown's husband walks in and yells, "Honey, I'm home!"